Tell me when.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm just admitting everybody at the moment that is just joining in. So you can just bear with me. Thanks everyone for coming. I really appreciate the turnout. We've got quite a few people that are joining today, so I just want to give a little bit of time for everybody to join in. And if you can, just find a nice quiet place. We're going to be doing some very deep work today. I'm just going to leave that for about 5 minutes while I wait for everybody to come in. And if you are interested in joining our Facebook group that I've created, there will be some extra information that I'll be posting up there during the next 3 days, just with regards to how everybody can stay on top of their energy and for everybody to just feel that they can ask any questions. There's no silly questions. And I'm just going to let my cat out 1 second. I don't want my cat joining us at this point. Okay. So I'll just talk a little bit about myself and the reason why I actually decided to do this triple trauma release series. For ages, I was actually getting signs from spirit, and one of the ways that spirit contacts people, if you're aware of how nature and the elemental kingdom works, is the birds. The birds actually are really direct links to spirit. They are very much signs from spirit when you are being called. And if you're ever doing ritual, or if you're ever asking for a sign and you get birds, then that's a really fast way to know that they are with you, especially with loved ones. Anyway, so I've been doing a lot of work recently on the land, as some of you might know. I'm currently working with a team so that we can create a free from debt, mortgages, and the matrix and all the other stuff that we get stuck in this lifetime, that is holding us back from living in freedom. And when I talk about freedom, I talk about, you know, being able to spend time working with yourself and being with your family and having the time to do the things that you love, not having to work 9 to 5, and having to eat good food, drink good water, and know that you are making a difference in this world. And so that has been a project of mine that I've been carrying, or holding I should say, since I went to Vipassana in I think 2015 or 14, when I was first given the message that that was something that that spirit would like me to seed into this world. And with any kind of seeds, it's not something that we have to do. So for any of you that have big dreams, big goals. It's nothing that you have to do. It's always something that you're given a choice. And this is all to do with our sovereignty, which is something that I would like to talk to everyone a little bit about as well with regards to tonight's clearing. So yes, one of the things that has been happening since I've been working on some property at the moment, working on tiny homes and activating the energy lines so that we can create a highly active grid system, is that I started having kookaburras visit me. And when I started looking at what kookaburras meant, you think about a kookaburra, it's quite loud and it's laughing, but not only do kookaburras represent laughing and joy, but they also represent warnings. And so when I actually started realizing that these kookaburras were coming, they were coming every day. And I kept on asking Spirit, why are you sending me these kookaburras? They literally would be at my doorstep every day and every morning, every night. And I looked up the meaning of kookaburras, and it said that it's not only about bringing joy, but warning. And at that time, when we were talking about creating this land, I was really deeply in connecting into the land. And one of the things that we don't realize is that the trauma that this earth is currently clearing and processing on a highly, fast level. And it started in 2012 when the Mayan calendar ended, and we were given the go-ahead to clear all of our karmic debt. And so this is stuff that I talk about all in Point of Light crystal therapy, where I talk about how in 2012 we were given the opportunity to clear our debt, and that we no longer have to live in karma. We no longer have to live in our past, pain and illusion and all of the patterns that we've currently been playing out, because that was the end of a, let's say, energetic loop in this planet. And now we've been given free will to clear and let go of completely everything that we've had in our past. Now, a lot of you might be questioning, are we talking about this past or all pasts? Now, the past isn't just this lifetime. I'm talking about all lifetimes. And in shamanism, if you want to truly heal, you must first go back in order for you to go forward. And so part of the process of healing is being able to clear everything that's happened in your past in order for you to evolve. And one of the things that I've noticed a lot in people is that it's hard to find the time to take for themselves to do these processes, because we are so constantly bombarded with our life chores, life admin, the bills, all of the things that we're constantly on social media with. And so, yes, we are, starting to make a choice to do the work by following our intuition to be amongst other people that are spiritual and go to group work or do healing sessions. But the reality is there are some very sticky or awkward healings that need to be done that currently are not being acknowledged. And one of those clearings is the sex chakra. And that was something that they wanted to warn me about. They were saying that it's time for us to clear the damage that has been done, not just in this lifetime, but the many lifetimes we have dealt with trauma, and that we have been taken advantage of, and that we have not been given the chance to break this cycle, right? I'm very passionate about what I do, and it's coming from a place where I am ready to help people to become free. And that is what I'm here to do, and that is my purpose in this lifetime, is to give people the consciousness and the awareness so that they can live their life in freedom. And that is what sovereignty is about. Sovereignty is about us living in our own embodiment, free from any type of bondage. Okay, as soon as you are born, you are given a birth certificate, and that birth certificate is the first thing that bonds you into a paradigm and illusion that you are a property of the state. Okay, not a lot of people know this stuff, but the thing is that we now have the ability, the tools, the teachings to clear this. And part of Point of Light is giving people these tools, is giving them the ability to be aware of what it is that they are engaging in and what it is that they can clear, so that they are not any property of anybody, that they are a sovereign being of light, and that they do not need to carry anybody else's baggage, and they no longer need to carry their own baggage. Okay, so on that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the sex chakra and what we'll be clearing tonight. The reason why I want to talk about what we'll be clearing tonight is because it's really important that as a sovereign being of light, you understand that in this admittance of this clearing, it's going to be a meditation style clearing, that you will be led through a series of transformational processes that are working on multi-dimensional levels and planes of existence. So what that means is that I will be helping to open up a gateway, a portal for all of you that are attending tonight, to clear the things that I bring up for you, so that that way you no longer are engaged in a contract that was limiting you in this previously. Okay, and so what that looks like is I will be calling things as I speak in the meditation, and when I call things up, you will be either visualizing, sensing, or receiving information. You might be reliving certain circumstances that need to be cleared, and know for a fact that in you going through this process, you are letting it go. And so if anybody has been feeling any kind of awkwardness, this is completely part of the process of you clearing, because whatever I'm clearing for tonight is so huge that it does not want to be let go of, because our sexual energy, our sexual power is so immensely important in terms of how we manifest, how we are in our creativity, yeah, how we receive love, and how we feel intimacy, not just with relationships, but with our friendships and people that are our community. And so if we are afraid of not just intimacy, but disconnection from our sex chakra, then we are afraid of life. We are afraid to love, and we are afraid to receive love. And if we are to ascend to the fifth dimension, it is extremely important right now that we connect into love, and that we find every possible way for us to clear anything that is not allowing us to receive this love. So going back to the sex chakra and what we'll be clearing for us tonight, so that that way you can, at any point when I speak of these things, choose whether or not you would like to receive that healing. And if you wish to receive it, you will just proceed with the meditation. If something does not sit with you and you would like to opt out of that particular area, because I'll be calling in all of the areas that we're clearing, you simply have to say, I do not wish to participate, or I do not give permission, okay? You have to understand, as a sovereign being of light, you give power to anything that you allow into your life by choosing it. If you go to a psychic and they say X, Y, Z, it is only becoming your reality if you choose it, okay? And so in you coming here today, you are choosing to clear this, and you are, as a sovereign being of light, able to reject anything that you do not wish. Okay, so this is really important, that you have to understand that anything in life, if you say something that you didn't mean, cancel it. Just say, cancel it, I do not accept that. If somebody tells you something that you do not like, you just say, I don't accept that. You don't have to tell them, you just reject it, because you do not have to take on board anything nothing that does not feel, sense, or create empowerment in your life. Okay. All right, so the first thing that we're going to be clearing with the sexual chakra is our divine feminine and masculine aspects of ourself. And this is something that as women, we have taken on a role that is more masculine, and we have created a lifestyle where we do everything. And so as women, our role in the feminine is to receive. And if we are not allowing ourselves to accept, keep, and receive, then we are going against our divine feminine. So we are going to work to bring that back into balance, but not just for the feminine women that are joining us, but for the men as well, because there is polarity in everything. Men and women have a feminine and a masculine. But for the sake of the masculine, we are also going to clear them from being shut down and not allowing them to go through the proper initiation processes that were available in order for them to claim their masculine divine rights as the men that hold women and hold humanity. Okay, now the men and women that are joining have a responsibility and a role to balance their feminine and masculine, so giving and taking just as much as one and the other. So in this clearing, we will be lifting up our divine feminine, lifting up our divine masculine, but also clearing any of that archetype within us that is helping, that is in need of us to reconnect, because this is all part of our reclaiming. The other thing that we will be doing is any self-worth issues. Okay, now if you think about our sexual energy really works with our self-worth issues, because when we feel traumatized, we are not able to allow the things that we want in this lifetime to come through, because we are dealing with those issues within ourselves. And this is something that I work a lot in Point of Light, is clearing anything that is your emotional state that is holding you back. And so for this self-worth issue aspect, we're going to be doing a childhood regression. And this is something that I teach in Point of Light, is going back to our childhood when we first experienced self-worth issues. And we'll be clearing that and clearing that timeline. We'll also be clearing any trauma from when we were conceived in the womb. A lot of us have no comprehension that our life starts as soon as we are conceived in the womb. And so everything our mother experienced, whether it was, a cruisy 9 months in the womb, or whether it was like, oh my gosh, I have to deal with, getting myself ready for this child and what that means, and any of their emotional state as well during that process, you would be carrying in your energetic matrix. And so we're going to be clearing any trauma from when we were in our mother's womb. The other thing that I want to clear as well is any of the medications that your mother might have been on, whether they were in the hospital having to deal with any kind of cesareans, or even clearing any kind of other substances, whether you had a parent that was on substances. I've dealt with many social workers where the children have come from families where their mothers or fathers were substance abusers, and even though they were taken away from very young, these children will react in the same way that their parents did, in terms of having traits of anger and lashing out and completely out of context. And that is because of the energy that they're still carrying from the womb. Right? So we're going to be clearing that energy as well. The other thing I wanted to clear is the ancestral lines. So this is something I talk a lot about in Point of Light. We are our past. So everything that we're carrying from our parents, not just from our parents, but our parents' parents, and from past lives as well. The other thing that we need to understand is that there are also cords or lines within this earth that we are connected into that we are also in trauma with. So you got to understand that every time a country was taken over, there was rape and pillage from the people that were taking over that would be embedded in the land. When I went and traveled to Cambodia, and we were there, I was there probably 10 years ago, just after it reopened, and there were tours that went to where the killing fields had been, and you could feel the density and the trauma in the land. It was so palatable that you could literally feel the sadness all around you. There was nothing there, but it was just the land was in grievance of what it had occurred and what it had dealt with. So everything from all of the many centuries that we have lived on this planet is still in the land. And because we have lost ceremony, because we have lost connection to it, these cords are still attached to us. So tonight we'll be clearing that, because that also is in our energetic field and can also be part of the trauma that we're holding in our sexual chakra. The other thing that we're also going to be working on is previous partners. So a lot of the clients that I see that I do work on point of light with and come to me to clear their previous partners because they can't either let go of them, because they are dealing with issues that they're still connected to their ex-partner. And all of this is part of what I have seen in many cases where we are being siphoned for our sexual energy. One of the things that I talk about in Point of Light is the fact that we have lost all of the information of why the monks, the nuns, the priests were actually celibate. And that the reason that they chose this celibacy was because they would transmute the sexual energy into spiritual energy. So what that means was that this energy was not held and turning into sexual frustration, right? It used to be transmuted into higher consciousness so that the people working on these spiritual journeys could use it to achieve higher states of consciousness. But what has happened through those many centuries of bringing down religion and taking over it is that it has been abused, it has been taken into the wrong context and is now being siphoned. And so what I'm seeing is that there are either past lives where this person has had their energy siphoned because they were either somebody that was very powerful in a previous lifetime, okay? Or the other thing is that they were connected to a person that had an entity attached to them that was siphoning their sexual energy. And so what we're going to be doing tonight is clearing any attachments, cords, entities, and healing any leakages that have been connected to previous relationships or past lives where we have had our sexual energy siphoned, okay? If that isn't enough, there is only one more thing, which is clearing our energy from any programs that have been embedded through social media, through media or apps. This is something else that we don't realize, that everything that we watch on TV can sometimes have programs. And so we know that sex sells, right? And there's a lot that is used in sexual energy to create binding and limiting energetic matrices around our bodies. So this is something else that we're going to be clearing tonight. And I think that is pretty much the whole shebang. Okay. All right, so we're pretty much going to get started in about 2 minutes. Thank you so much for showing up. It's not easy to do this kind of work, and I acknowledge your bravery. And I realize that for some of you, there might be some really strong trauma that you're holding in your sex chakra. So just be aware that in you doing this clearing, you are letting it go. You do not have to go through it again. And if you are in any way, shape or form feeling that you need help, then just be aware that there is help and guidance after this, okay? We will be doing forgiveness work. Okay, and what that looks like is whenever we have experienced any type of abuse with somebody, in order for us to truly and completely close that chapter in our life, we offer forgiveness. Now, forgiveness does not mean that you accept or you think that whatever happened to you, you condone that. That is not what forgiveness is about in this circumstance, okay? What it is about is that you are ready to stop drinking the poison. You are ready to let go of this pain, this trauma, whatever it is that you have been going through, so that you do not have to experience it anymore. So in the forgiveness, you are letting yourself free, right? Because you are saying that this thing does not have power over you anymore, and it no longer has the right to abuse you or to work with you anymore. Okay? Blessings. I'm really, grateful for all of the beautiful messages that are coming through, and I'm so happy that this has come for people at the right time. And yeah, this is just one of 3 clearings, just to be aware. So we've got 2 more nights of super duper huge clearings coming up, but we are going to start clearing on the sex chakra. So I would really like you all to find a comfortable space where you can hear my voice. You can be sitting or you can be lying down. If you're prone to falling asleep, I would recommend not to lie down, because this meditation can take people quite deep into their energetic bodies. So it's not to say that sleeping is bad, just so you know, for anyone that has fallen asleep in meditation, the reason why that's happened is because the energy you're connecting into is so much more powerful than you are, that your body has to actually shut down, so that way it can absorb all of the energy that it needs to clear or to upgrade. So don't get upset if you fall asleep. Don't try to fall asleep here, but don't be upset if you have fallen asleep in meditation. Just keep going, because what's happening is you are upgrading your energetic system so that you can actually absorb and bring through more of the higher dimensional energetic frequencies into your body. Okay. All right, so just closing your eyes. And just starting by becoming aware of your body. Becoming aware of the weight of your arms, and the weight of your legs. And as you become aware of the weight of your body, I want you to become aware of your breath. For every breath in, you are bringing in fresh energy, fresh prana. And with every breath out, you're releasing anything that does not serve you anymore. Now I want you to become aware of your heart space. And as you become aware of your heart space, I want you to visualize a lotus flower. And I want you to open up this lotus flower so that it's almost completely open. And in doing so, I want you to start saying words of loving kindness to yourself. Things like, I'm so proud of you for being here. You are absolutely worth it. You are so loved. And if this is something that you are in resistance with, I open you up to thinking of a happy memory, something that brings you joy, whether it's cooking your favorite meal or patting your pet. I just want you to go to a space or a place that brings you love and nurturing comfort. As we bring this energy down through the ground and bring our awareness down into Golden Mother Earth. We're bringing our awareness to the core of our earth, Golden Mother Earth. And as we bring our awareness into this planet, we send this loving energy from our open heart and send her love, just like we need love right now. And in sending her love, we send her so much gratitude for everything that she gives us, our food, our water, and the shelter that we have. And as we connect into Golden Mother Earth, we bring this golden light up through the ground, up through the soles of our feet. We allow this golden light to fill up our bodies, allowing this golden energy to move to every single part of our body, our legs, our torso, our arms and our head, bringing this golden liquid light up through our crown. And we're going to create a golden liquid water feature, almost like a fountain, pouring all around us, filling up our aura or filling up all over us like a water fountain, up and around, up through our feet, creating almost like a donut-like effect of water all around us, this golden light. We're going to create a golden web around us, and this golden web is our security, our safety, and our protection for tonight. This shield is impenetrable, it is impregnable and impermeable from all dirty, diseased, used up negative thought forms, negative elementals, negative psychic attacks, negative entities, any wayward and fallen spirits, anything of a lower vibration that does not work with unconditional love cannot penetrate this shield now. And so we're going to raise our awareness up through the crown, up through to the sky. And we're going to leave this physical body, this physical flesh meat suit, and move up into the sky, up into the universe, as if we are a body of light, no longer physical, but this beautiful body of light becoming all with one and one with all. So we raise this energy up through all dimensions and up into a beautiful golden sun, a luminous, phosphorescent golden sun. And as we enter into this golden sun, it's like swimming in a beautiful pearly pool with beautiful rainbows all around us. And as we connect into this luminous golden sun, we are connecting into the creator of all that is, pure source light frequency, unconditional love. To the creator of all that is, we humbly thank you for your divine guidance, divine healing, divine protection, for your divine love, divine light, divine power. For your knowledge, your wisdom, illumination, and bliss, we thank you for all of these gifts and any other gifts that you see fit for us today, as we humbly accept, keep, and receive this healing love and light now. As we humbly command to be sent to the fifth dimension. And as we enter into the fifth dimension, we see a golden pyramid of light. Emanating out of the top of this golden pyramid is a spiraling rainbow. And as we move towards this golden pyramid, we see a door. The door is open. And as you enter inside this golden pyramid, you see a glass table with 16 glass chairs around it. In the top of the pyramid is a double-sided clear quartz crystal. As you take a seat in one of these glass chairs, you feel your body relaxing, as if being engulfed by a million feathers all around your body now. Across time and space, I call upon the higher self of everyone here participating to step into the golden pyramid of light, physically, emotionally, mentally, etherically, to assist in this healing taking place through unconditional love and unconditional love only. As I call upon your spiritual guides, spiritual communities, spiritual ancestors, the great ones, the holy masters, the gurus, the saints, the Buddhas, the bodhisattvas, the divine sparks of light, the healing angels, the healing ministers, to assist in this healing taking place through unconditional love and unconditional love only. And so we're going to start by calling in our divine feminine and divine masculine energies. So across time and space, I call upon your higher self's divine feminine to step forward and show themselves to you in whichever form they are available to come to you right now. And at this state, I just want you to receive however you feel your divine feminine is at this moment. And so we're going to call forward your divine masculine. So across time and space, I call upon your higher selves, divine masculine, to step forward into the pyramid of light to assist in this healing taking place through unconditional love and unconditional love only. And I just want you to witness how you perceive your divine masculine. And so we're going to clear the divine feminine and the divine masculine aspects of yourself as we call upon the violet flame of transmutation to burn away any of the old matrix, any of the old illusions, any of the old paradigms that have been holding you back within your divine feminine and your divine masculine, to clear away the illusion, to rise up like the phoenix from the ashes, allowing all that is from the past to be sacrificed, to be given over to spirit, to be let go of, as this no longer serves you now. And I want you to visualize your divine feminine and divine masculine completely cleared, completely healed and rejuvenated. And I want them to merge into one version of yourself. And then I want you to visualize that hologram of your divine feminine and divine masculine merging into your body as if you were becoming one, allowing that energy to come through into your physical, emotional, mental, and etheric bodies now. Okay. So now we are going to clear any of the self-worth issues that we've been carrying from our childhood. And as we do so, I want you to see, sense, or receive any kind of awareness in your body that comes up for you as some kind of pain or some kind of heaviness or some kind of awareness in your body that you might be carrying this type of self-worth issue. And I want you to acknowledge that part of your body now. And as you do so, I want you to repeat in your mind after me. Body, show me when this childhood trauma of self-worth issues began. Body, I give you permission to show me now. You may or may not perceive anything. Whatever you receive is perfectly fine. But for any of you that are taken back to a childhood memory where you remember that you felt this first instance of depletion within yourself, your self-worth, I want you to go back to that child version of yourself now. And if you can see that inner child, I want you to go and acknowledge that version of yourself by going over to them and telling them that you love them. And tell them that you're here and how much you love them. And that nothing's going to happen to them anymore. And I want you to take that little child of you into your arms and bring them back up into the golden pyramid. And as we do so, we close the door and seal it, collapse it until it becomes nothing. And as we do so, we close that aspect of your timeline. And so now you have your inner child in the golden pyramid of light. And so I want you to take a moment to have a conversation with them, telling them all the things that you're ready to let go of, that happened to you, that no longer is for you to carry. And just allow yourself to say all the things that you need to let go of from whatever happened to you then. And so you're always welcome to go and talk to your inner child at any time if you need to, and I highly recommend it. But in order for us to close this contract, we offer ourselves forgiveness for whatever it is that's happened to us. And so repeating in your mind after me, from within my heart, I forgive myself. From within my heart, I forgive myself. From within my heart, I truly forgive myself. In forgiving myself, I set myself free to live my life in joy, peace, happiness, and love. We are no longer bound by this trauma. Thank you. And so we now allow for this trauma to be cleared as we call upon the Intergalactic Federation of Light, the True Light Council, to stand before us today as sovereign beings of light representing our sovereignty. As we humbly command that all dirty, diseased, used up energy, negative thought forms, negative elementals, negative psychic attacks, negative entities, any wayward and fallen spirits be called up by their name to the Creator's light, to be transmuted and transcended into unconditional love, or to be returned to whomever sent them to us with unconditional love and enlightenment now. That any hooks, ties, implants, oaths, blood oaths, contracts, vows, hooks, ties, implants be completed, void, nulled, no longer in service as these lessons have been served and played. As we humbly command that these changes take place within this lifetime, past lifetime, parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes, within our core history and all of the belief systems, allowing these changes to take place within our cells, our DNA, our water molecules, and within our Akashic records, allowing these changes to take place within our receptors, our senses, our filters, our nervous system, our muscles, our bones, our organs, our work, our home, and every other person that we know and meet. So we humbly command that these changes take place. With heaven and earth as our witness, it is done. And so, allowing yourself to acknowledge your inner child for being here and giving them a huge hug and sending them so much love as you allow that aspect of yourself to merge like a hologram, becoming one. Knowing that you are safe and you are loved and you are nurtured. As we move towards clearing the energy from when we were first conceived in the womb. As across time and space, I humbly command that we all bring through any of the energy and the trauma that we experienced from when we were living, cohabitating within the womb into the pyramid of light to be cleared with unconditional love and unconditional love only now. And as we do so, we call upon the higher self of your mother to be here physically, emotionally, mentally, etherically within the pyramid of light to assist in this healing taking place through unconditional love and unconditional love only, to assist in this healing taking place. So, in order for us to clear any of the trauma that we've experienced, any of the energy that we received from when we were in the womb, we offer forgiveness to our mother. And as we forgive them, we are allowing ourselves to let go of any of that pain, any of that trauma that we have been passed on. And understanding that these pains, these traumas are cycles that are passed through generation to generation, but you are the one that is stopping this now so that you no longer have to carry this. You no longer have to pass it on from this point forward. And so, repeating after me, from within my heart, I forgive you, Mum. From within my heart, I forgive you, Mum. From within my heart, I truly forgive you, Mum. In forgiving you, I set myself free to live my life in joy, peace, happiness, and love. We are no longer bound by this trauma. You did not know what you did not know. We are now free. Thank you. Across time and space, I call upon the Intergalactic Federation of Light, the True Light Council, to stand before us today as sovereign beings of light representing your sovereignty. As I humbly command that all dirty, diseased, used up energy, negative thought forms, negative elementals, negative psychic attacks, negative entities, any wayward and fallen spirits that were brought through when you were first conceived into this womb were now completed, void, nulled, no longer in service as these lessons have been served and played. It is humbly commanded that you know how to let go of and live without any issues and feelings around any of the pain or trauma that you may have been carrying from your mother from when you were birthed, or from the term when within her body that you experienced any of the outside world within your vibration. It is humbly commanded that any of the medications or substances or entities that have been carried over from within that time period when you were in the womb are now completed, void, nulled, no longer in service as these lessons have been served and played. As we humbly command that these changes take place within this lifetime, past lifetime, parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes, within your core history and all other belief systems, allowing these changes to take place within your receptors, your senses, your filters, your nervous system, your muscles, your bones, your organs, your work, your home, your car, and every person that you know and meet. Allowing these changes to take place within your cells, your DNA, your water molecules, and within your Akashic records. As we humbly command that you have creator's perspective and definition of being sent unconditional love from when you were first conceived into this world until now. As we humbly command that your mother be sent unconditional love from when she was first conceived until now. As we humbly command that anybody that you are in association with from your family timeline that is carrying these threads of any type of trauma be sent unconditional love from their inception until now. As we humbly command that these changes take place with heaven and earth as our witness, it is done. As we move on to clearing your ancestral ties and clearing any cords from the earth. And so at this point, I want you to be aware of your sex chakra. Be aware of the pelvic floor. And you may sense or notice almost like a pillar of energy that connects into the earth down through our base or our root chakra that heads down past our feet into the ground, almost like a tree trunk. This cord connects us into Golden Mother Earth. It is the thing that holds us in connection to each and every single one of us. It is the part of us that connects not only into Golden Mother Earth, but into all of the timelines that we have experienced with Golden Mother Earth. And so we now commence the clearing of all ancestral timelines that have been connected to this planet and that have been connected to us through our family and through this planet. As I humbly command that any of the energy that we have been connected to onto this planet now be cleansed and flushed with white light from our sexual chakra down to our base chakra, down through our feet, down into Golden Mother Earth, being flushed with unconditional love and unconditional love only. As across time and space, I call upon your ancestors and your timelines of ancestral history to step into the pyramid of light to assist in this healing taking place through unconditional love and unconditional love only. And so, we offer forgiveness to our family and all of our ancestors for anything that they have done to this planet and any of the trauma that they have passed down, so that we no longer are bound by this trauma. And so repeating after me, from within my heart, I forgive you all. From within my heart, I forgive you all. From within my heart, I truly forgive you all. In forgiving you, I set myself free to live my life in joy, peace, happiness, and in love. We are no longer bound by this trauma. Thank you. As across time and space, I call upon the Intergalactic Federation of Light, the True Light Council, to stand before us today as sovereign beings of light, representing your sovereignty. As I humbly command that all timelines, ancestral beings, any connections to the earth that have been connected to any dirty, diseased, used up energy, negative thought forms, negative elementals, negative psychic attacks, negative entities, any wayward and fallen spirits, any siphoning of our energetic systems be completed, void, nulled, no longer in service, as these lessons have been served and played. So we humbly command that these changes take place within this lifetime, past lifetime, parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes, within our core history and all of the belief systems, allowing these changes to take place within our collective consciousness, allowing these changes to take place within our cells, our DNA, our water molecules, and within the Akashic records, within our receptors, our senses, our filters, our nervous system, our muscles, our bones, our organs, our work, our home, and every person that we know and meet, as we humbly command that these changes take place, and that we have creator's perspective and definition of knowing how to let go of this trauma, and how to not only let go of this trauma, but to clear any of this trauma from within our energetic field that are connected to our ancestors. And that we have creator's perspective and definition of flushing these timelines, these cords to the earth with unconditional love and unconditional love only. As we clear completely, thoroughly, entirely everything that we have experienced on all levels from this point forward, and that we have creator's perspective and definition of knowing how to accept, keep, and receive this, and how to live through this, and how to work through this, and how to move forward as sovereign beings, knowing that this is our sovereign right. With heaven and earth as our witness, it is done. as we move towards clearing and removing any soul shards from our previous relationships and clearing any previous relationships that have kept us tied, hooked, or manipulated and in control, or have been in a contracting, binding agreement from past lives and previous lives and this lifetime. And so, as across time and space, I call upon any of your previous relationships that have created any binding contracts, that have connection to any energy that is being siphoned, or that has any of your soul shards still embedded into their energetic system, to step into the pyramid of light now through unconditional love and unconditional love only. And so you may wish to have a conversation with this person about all the things that you're ready to let go of, anything that you are ready to clear from your body that is being held from this experience, or anything that you are now letting yourself free of. And I'm just going to give you a moment to just allow yourself to say what it is that you need to complete this process. It is not a process of judgment. It is purely a process of allowing yourself to clear anything that doesn't serve you anymore. And in doing so, we offer ourselves to clear this. And so in order for us to complete this and clear this, we offer forgiveness. And in offering forgiveness, it is not saying that we accept or condone what has happened. It is literally just so that we can allow this contract to be cleared, and that we allow ourselves to no longer drink the poison that has been allowing us to stay in this binding contract from this point forward. And so, repeating after me. From within my heart, I forgive you all. From within my heart, I forgive you all. From within my heart, I truly forgive you all. In forgiving you, I set myself free to live my life in joy, peace, happiness, and in love. I am no longer bound by this contract. I set myself free. Thank you. Now, in order for us to close this contract, I want to offer some time and space for you to clear anything that you've been holding on to, any shame, any guilt, any kind of energy that this has brought up for you. And so I just want you to almost have a conversation as if you're speaking to yourself about all the things that you are now going to let go of. Anything that has been holding you down and making you feel less than yourself. I'm just going to give you a moment now to have that conversation of what you're letting go of. And so in order for us to close this contract, we offer ourselves forgiveness. And so repeating after me. From within my heart, I forgive myself. From within my heart, I forgive myself. From within my heart, I truly forgive myself. In forgiving myself, I set myself free to live my life in joy, peace, happiness, and in love. We are no longer bound by this trauma. Thank you. So across time and space, I call upon the Intergalactic Federation of Light, the True Light Council, to stand before us today as sovereign beings of light representing your sovereignty. As we humbly command that all dirty, diseased, used up energy, negative thought forms, negative elementals, negative psychic attacks, negative entities, any wayward and fallen spirits be called up by their name to the Creator's light, to be transmuted and transcended into unconditional love, or to return to whomever sent them to you with unconditional love and enlightenment now. Any hooks, ties, implants, oaths, blood oaths, contracts, vows, be completed, void, nulled, no longer in service as these lessons have been served and played. Allowing these changes to take place within this lifetime, past lifetime, parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes, within your core history and all of the belief systems. Allowing these changes to take place within your cells, your DNA, your water molecules, and your Akashic records. Allowing these changes to take place within your receptors, your senses, your filters, your nervous system, your muscles, your bones, your organs, your work, your home, your car, and every person that you know and meet. As we humbly command that you know how to let go of and live without any issues and feelings around these attachments, these cords, any of these leaks being completely healed, and that you know how to accept, keep, and receive this and live through this healing from this point forward. That you know how to let go of and live without any issues and feelings around any past lives or this life contracts where you have been abused or been an abusee and have any sex energy being harvested from your energetic body, completed, void, nulled, no longer in service, and that you know how to accept, keep, and receive this clearing contract from this point forward, and that you know how to live through this contract clearing from this point forward onwards. As we humbly command that you know how to let go of any of the emotions that you stated or have felt or are feeling physically, emotionally, mentally, and etherically within your body that are connected to these instances to be completed, void, null, no longer in service as these lessons have been served and played. That we humbly command that any soul shards that belong to you that are implanted in anybody else be pulled, cleansed, healed, rejuvenated, and returned to your crystalline structure now. We humbly command that any soul shards that are within you that are not of your own be pulled, cleansed, healed, rejuvenated, sent unconditional love, and returned to whomever they belong to now. As we humbly command these changes take place with heaven and earth as our witness, it is done. As we move into the last part of our clearing, as we clear any of the programs, any of the illusions, any of the paradigms that have been embedded within our energetic matrix from pre-birth that are connected into any kind of media that we watch or have been watching. As I humbly command that any programs, any illusion, any paradigm, anything that is working with unconditional love, that is not working with unconditional love within our social media, within mass media, or within any of our apps, be called into the pyramid of light to be cleansed with unconditional love now. And so we humbly command that all of these frequencies, all of these programs, anything that has been embedded, now step forward into the Intergalactic Federation of Light, the True Light Council, as we humbly command that all dirty, diseased, used up energy, negative thought forms, negative elementals, negative psychic attacks, negative entities, any wayward and fallen spirits that have been connected to our social media, mass media, or apps, be completed, void, nulled, no longer in service as these lessons have been served and played. So we humbly command these changes to take place within this lifetime, past lifetime, parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes, within our core history and all other belief systems, allowing these changes to take place within ourselves, our DNA, our water molecules, and our Akashic records, allowing these changes to take place within our receptors, our senses, our filters, our nervous system, our muscles, our bones, our organs, our work, our home, our car, and every person that we know and meet. As we humbly command that they do not have our permission to use our body, that they do not have our permission to use our mental, emotional, and etheric bodies, and that they must have written consent and verbal consent before they are allowed to use us, and that they must show themselves for who they truly are before we engage in any contracts. And that we humbly command that we are a sovereign being of light, and that they do not have permission to use our frequency at any point in time. As we humbly command these changes take place with heaven and earth as our witness, it is done. I just want you to bring your awareness back to your body, and anywhere where you might feel or sense or are aware of any energy in your body, especially in your sex chakra that is quite heightened right now. I want you to bring your attention to that area right now. And I highly recommend that you spend time talking to your body in the days to come after this healing. And I want you to bring your awareness to your sex chakra. And I want you to say in your mind, I give myself permission to let go of everything that does not serve me anymore. Repeating again. I give myself permission to let go of anything that does not serve me anymore. And once more, I give myself permission to let go of anything that does not serve me anymore. I am a sovereign being of light, and I work with unconditional love. And I work with unconditional love and Golden Mother Earth to rise up and lift the veil of consciousness on this planet. Thank you. As I call upon the violet flame of transmutation to burn away all of the old matrix, all of the old paradigm, all of the old illusion from our bodies, physically, emotionally, mentally, and etherically. As I humbly command that these changes take place completely, thoroughly, entirely, and that we know how to accept, keep, and receive these changes. As we call upon the 7 godly rays, the rainbow body, to fill up the golden pyramid of light, filling up our body, filling up the pyramid, and allowing for the Creator's perfect instruction of our highest path and purpose in this lifetime to flow through us, within us, and around us, and to be reverberated out into the cosmos, into all of the universe and all dimensions. As we thank the beings that have come and assisted us, and bless them with unconditional love, and thank them for this guidance, and allow them to return to where they wish to go. And as we raise ourselves back up into this golden luminous sun, And as we enter into this golden luminous sun, we wash away all of the old residual energy like a beautiful water fountain pouring white light all over our head, our shoulders, our arms, washing away all of the old energy from our front and back torso, our hands, down our legs, down our shins, down to our feet, clearing completely, thoroughly, entirely all the old energy. As we thank the creator of all that is, pure source light frequency, unconditional love, for assisting in this healing taking place, and bless with unconditional love, light and enlightenment. And as we bring this energy down through all dimensions, down through the universe, down through the sky, down through the crown of your head, down into your body, down through the soles of your feet, down into the ground, down into the core of Golden Mother Earth, anchoring and concretizing physical, emotional, mental, etheric, financial abundance and prosperity on all levels. Blessing Golden Mother Earth with divine love, divine light, divine power. Blessing Golden Mother Earth with good water, good earth, good sky. Blessing her with unconditional love, thanking her for everything that she gives us. As I thank every one of you for joining us tonight. With heaven and earth as our witness, these changes have been done. So be it, so be it, so be it. Just taking a moment to feel into your body. How has this changed your energy? One of the things that you must always check with any kind of upgrade is, how has this changed my energy? The first thing in sovereignty that you learn is discernment. Never give your power away to anybody. And so in checking in before and after, you are aware of whatever it is that has taken place. And if it does not feel right, you can always cancel it and say that you do not accept it. You always have that right. And in Point of Light, this is the first thing that we learn, is how to be in charge of our energy. Okay, so you can slowly bring your awareness back into your body, back into the space. And so, yes, I heard Kookaburra calls too. Spirit is with us. If anybody is in need of answering any questions, we have 10 minutes before we finish. So if anybody has any questions that they would like to ask, just come back into your body if you're still in need of that connection back into your body. You might want to drink some water, or you might want to just visualize yourself as a tree. Blessings, thank you. Thank you. For anybody that is interested in Point of Light, I have an early bird that is only going to be, I think, for another week. I'm going to send you the link now. It is just a payment plan of $50 a week, but there's a deposit, but then once you do the deposit, then you can go in and do the payment plan. Point of Light is starting mid-November. I think it is 25th of November, so only a few weeks away. And yeah, I'm really looking forward. So the other 2 sessions are going to be tomorrow and Friday night. Tomorrow night we're going to be doing a conflict resolution. So I'll actually be sharing a really strong contract clearing that you will all have the availability to actually clear yourself with that contract clearing, and we'll also be clearing any scenario or situation in your life right now with any person that you are having any conflict with. It is at the same time, so 7 o'clock tomorrow we'll be going through another clearing, and on Friday night you will be clearing any past life where you were a powerful being and that you were taken advantage of and you gave away your power. So you might be afraid in this lifetime to step into your power of a sovereign being of light, or you might be afraid of using your gifts. So that Friday clearing will be really, really powerful for you, because it will not only help to bring back your power, but it'll also give you the ability to work with it in a way that makes you feel safe. Okay. It's okay if anyone fell asleep. It's okay if you couldn't visualize everything as well. The power of the intention is all that is necessary. That's one of the things that you have to realize, is that intention, energy follows intention. So with regards to replay, yes, there will. But people might have to sign up for the replay. So you'll be sent an email. Please bear with me. I have a 1-year-old daughter that I am currently taking care of and teaching full time. So I am doing everything in my power to be available, but I'm also being conscious that I'm human. So that is one of my things that I am allowing myself to surrender to. But yes, the replays will be available. You might just have to sign up for the replay. You may have felt blocked energy. That is completely normal. If you do feel any of that blockage is still in the body, you can maybe look at where that blockage is coming tomorrow night. So if you felt any blockages in your body tomorrow night, you can also explore that. I'll put that in the body. Okay, so that can also be something you can clear tomorrow night. Okay. Yes, the healings still work if you are watching the replay. So the healings will still work if you watch the replays. Energy follows intention. Blessings. Blockages can feel like pain. They can feel like density. If you imagine when you hit or burn yourself, then you feel that throbbing energy, that's considered a blockage, or it's congestion. But blockage can also just feel like resistance. So everyone that signed up for today will receive the Zoom call for tomorrow. You don't have to sign up again. It's only if you want the replay that you might have to actually ask for the replay. There was only, I think, 95 people, and there was definitely going to be more people that are interested in the replay. So coughing is great. It's actually releasing energy. When we cough, when we burp, when we sneeze, when we release, all of that is considered purge, and purging is a really good sign that you're releasing energy. Blessings. So I'll send you a link if you want to sign up for the replay. Don't worry, I'll make sure that everyone gets the email. Just check your messages. I'm also going to have some products that I'm creating. I'm working on creating some sprays that are for clearing any blockages, entities, all of that kind of stuff. Very, very powerful sprays, I should say. So those are in the process of getting created. So that's one way that you can clear any kind of blockages in the body. Any great readings? Oh, I would not sure. What can I recommend? Oh, I'll send a couple in the group. So if anyone is interested, you might want to join the community group. I'm going to send you a link now if you want to. It's just an opportunity for me to share some more tips on clearing. One of the other things that I would highly recommend is that you do some salt bowls. And the salt bowls will also help to clear the density in your house, because you got to remember that we live in our energy field. And so every time we are creating a program, that gets stuck in our home. And so it's really important that we clear any of our home's energy, so that way we're not still swimming in it, and it also helps us to purge and connect into our higher self. So I'm going to send a whole bunch of tips into the community group. So if you have any more questions, like I'll put some books that I'm reading. Dolores Cannon's the great one to work on past life stuff. And then I highly recommend also Dr. Robert Gilbert, who is has a whole bunch of topics online. Blessings, my friend. Feeling itchy is also quite normal. It's just moving energy. Yes, so much gratitude to you, my beautiful friends, for joining. I feel so grateful to have such amazing friends and community around me, and you guys have done a service to this planet. Can I just say, all of you joining tonight and doing this process has not only cleared yourself, you've cleared the earth grid lines. So if you can and feel like somebody else can really value from this clearing, when I offer the replays, then you can obviously share that so that they can also get the replays too. Feeling tired? Yep, 100%. Just rest, take it easy, be kind to yourself. Another thing I want to recommend is that if anything comes up for you, that's your old illusion, old stuff, you need to assert yourself and say, I do not give this permission, okay? Because now that we've broken these contracts, there is going to be the other side, or what I like to call the force that wants to get us back in, trying to find a way to bring us back in. So you must assert your sovereignty. You must allow yourself to continually say, I do not give this permission. Yeah. I do not give myself permission to accept this. Yeah. And make that a very clear statement in your mind, in your field. Blessings. Okay, any last questions? We've got 1 more minute. Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining. I will see you tomorrow night for the conflict resolution and for the Friday night past life clearing. Okay, and if you have any questions, I've sent you the link for the community group. And if you're interested in Point of Light, highly recommend checking it out. Many blessings, my friends, many blessings. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Many blessings. Thank you, thank you.